good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, you know, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
Race number 7, the Track and Ball Oaks, a Grade 2 contest over the 2,400 meter trip. 15:15 is the off time. That is 3:15. Race number 7, and we've got a rerun for you, that of My Soulmate, and then we've got a couple of interviews.
She goes for a run on the inside. Francis Ethel's under pressure. Gilded Butterfly needs some running room. And on the outside, Hold My Hand. Silver Sanctuary, Hold My Hand's running a big race on the outside. Silver Sanctuary clinging to the lead. Hold My Hand running on his beating wings. They're coming from everywhere. Silver Sanctuary won it. Maybe Hold My Hand second, and then came Beating Wings.
Just, you know, nothing can go wrong, that's how the saying goes. She arrived really well, and then she had a hoof abscess, and we pulsed it. Eventually we had to cut it out, and after that she was, you know, going along sweetly. Then she started coughing, and then after that we had to scratch her because she sprained a fetlock. So she's missed her 2 prelims, but I think I've got her as fit as I can. She's, you know, if she brings her best form where she got beat, ran right behind Hold My Hand, she'll be a huge runner. She has won the Eastern Cape Oaks, so the trip's not a problem. She's due against half sister. We've got the ball black type, but this would be the cherry on the top. In herself, she's very well. I'm just hope that I've done enough with her, you know, with what we've been dealt with.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was there for everyone to see, and it's the slow run race. Got 3/4 of the way back, and as soon as she started to hit top gear, she got unfortunately taken out, and that's racing. Yeah, the result obviously wasn't a true reflection of her ability and the circumstances on the day. Yeah, we elected to just nominate her for this 2-4 and see what the race looked like, because she came out of that race very well. 500,000 rand race. And the 2-4 is obviously a major question mark. Will she stay? And the only way to see that is to try it. So we're going to try it. She's doing well at the moment. She's a filly that saves herself for races anyway. You're just keeping her ticking over nicely. Yeah, healthy respect for the field. You got horses in there that have tried and tested over the 2-4 and handled it well. So she knows Greyville. It's her 3rd run up now in Natal, so her peak run. So I am hopeful, you know, she's a filly with ability, and if she can stay the trip, gets lucky in running, I'm hopeful that she can go really well.
Yeah, thanks to Callum Dixon and Glenn Cotton for the respective comments in race number 7. And if you ever want to know a horse that's got bad luck in a race, that's Sarki. Will Avington, 2 years in a row, no luck whatsoever. Last time out, she was taken out at a crucial point in the race by the horses that ran 2nd and 3rd, and that obviously cost her getting closer to the action. Probably, I don't think she would have won the race, but she would have definitely been involved in the finish. And well, she was taken up at a crucial point, and she was always on the back foot thereafter. And Kornhofer, well, he didn't punish her. He just rode out to the line, and knowing that the race was gone. 2,400 meters now. That is the question mark. Will she see out the extra ground? I think she will. She's a daughter of Dynasty. Her running style to me suggests that she'll see out every inch of the 2-4, and she's, on what she's achieved to date, I think it's fair to say that she's the best horse in the race. She's a 110. She's 3 points lower than number 1 My Soulmate, but My Soulmate has not won at group level. Sarki has. My Soulmate just won a maiden and a fillies and mares 80 handicap. She has run 2nd in group races, but no win at group level just yet. And if that run has not affected Sarki in any way, hasn't given her a bad experience, I think that she's the horse that they all have to beat. She's obviously untested over the distance, but she's the best horse in the race, as I've mentioned, and I think that she's the horse that they all have to beat. Number 1, My Soulmate, she ran 5th last time out in front of her, beaten just under 2 lengths. I see the cheek pieces off and the blinkers go on for the first time. Richard Free takes a ride from gate number 1. She'll no doubt run a huge race, and she looks to be the other horse that looks to be the obvious inclusion along with number 8. What's your thoughts, Dees?
Well, 2 things I want to touch on. Firstly, the best weighted column. You know, I'll state this on what is represented by the form.
Sure.
The horse that is true over this distance when it comes to their rating is number 1, My Soulmate. No doubt about that, on her run in the Oaks. And of course, she took her place in all 3 legs of the Triple Tiara. But number 4, Futures Girl, and number 8, Sarki, and Callum did touch on that, and that's the salient point for me. They have earned their ratings over shorter, so you can't really look into their ratings over this distance of 2,400.
My Soulmate actually under rating over this ground because...
Yes, I mean, when she ran in the Oaks, that is it. I mean, that's when she got the penalty. You know, that's when she got the penalty. That is her rating over this distance. That's how the handicapper assessed her. But these other 2 horses, they haven't. They've earned their rating over 2,000 meters, so they still have to run to that type of rating over this distance. They may even be higher. You never know. You know, we're not saying that they're not. They could run, you know, even better over this type of distance because they've been best up to 2,000 meters. So that's the first question that needs to be answered. And in that department, I think My Soulmate is the horse that we know has no stamina doubts, and she's going to be effective. Not that the other horses won't stay. Are they going to be as effective going over the extra ground? That's the one point. The second point, and you briefly touched on it, is that if you do a post-mortem of the race and you have a look at that replay, we only show the final stages of the race. Go and watch it from start to finish. Please do so. You need to go on to the Gallop TV or Gold Circle YouTube channel. You don't have to scroll down and look for replays. Just type in Silver Century. There is an icon there. You type in Silver Century, it'll take you to Silver Century winning the race, and you can watch it. I'll just do a post-mortem if you don't have time. They jump the 2,000 meters, Ryle, and there's 200 meters before the first turn. You get into the 1,800 meter mark, and you come out of that bend at the 1,200. So it's 600 meters of turn. Yeah. And this horse, My Soulmate, you know, Muzieri was caught in no man's land. He was racing wide, and then around the turn, he was 3 wide, and he had to make a decision. Am I going to be 3 wide? Do I look for a position behind me? He decided to press on and run second, sit second behind Belvard, I think it was. And then as they came into the straight, then everything just went pear-shaped for a few horses. I mean, Sarki comes outside for a run, but so does Hold My Hand, who was behind her, comes outside for a run. Beating Winds was keeping a straight course, but Hold My Hand started hanging in very badly. And when Corner Offer went for that gap, it slammed shut in his face. I mean, he had nowhere to go. You saw it there. He had to ease back. I mean, you never recover from that type of thing. But on the other hand, go and watch Future Girl. She went to the inside of the track, middle inside, and she was going for a run, and it got so cramped for her that she has to switch in for a run. I'm not saying that she was a challenge to win, but she was also, you know, hampered and interfered with. And Malasedi Kacheri had to make a decision. So there were hard luck stories for numbers 4 and 8 in that race. And My Soulmate, you can say that, you know, after spending all that energy up front to try and, you know, I don't know, Muzi, I don't think that was a plan or anything, but he just found himself in that type of situation. But, you know, for her to still stay on and only be beaten under 2 lengths was a great run. So in summarizing, I'm saying, like you, numbers 4 and 8, they were the hard luck stories, but they have to prove themselves over the distance. If they do just that, I think they can give number 1 a big run. So I've done this here. By pots, I've gone 1 and 8. Okay. Place accumulates, I've gone 1 and 8. Yeah. But for the pick 6, I've gone 1, 4, and 8. And I'll give you my suggested bet here. And I'm telling you, play this trifecta. 1, 4, 8. Sure. By 1, 4, 8, 11. By 1, 4, 8, 11. This horse, number 11, Lady of Power, you know, although she's yet to win for, 497 days, the signs have been there over the recent starts. And I think that she could run a place here. So I think that's a nice trifecta there. 1, 4, 8, by 1, 4, 8, 11, by 1, 4, 8, 11. What's your thoughts? 18 rand trifecta. We'll get more than that. You'll
get more than that for sure, Dees. And yeah, I think it could be a good trifecta, especially if number 11 had to run second in this race. That trifecta is going to pay very well. But in summarizing, numbers 1 and 8 do look to be the key horses in race number 7, with number 4, Future Girl, and number 11, Lady of Power, to include into the mix.
The betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.